Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Cool Adventures. We're on the road. We're moving this bus around. Actually, we're not really on the road anymore. We're in the grass. We parked it at Mountain Meadow Ranch summer camp. We're working here for the summer with my wife's family, and so we'll be here for the next couple months. But I wanted to make a few videos of kind of the progress that we've made and some of the stuff that we've done because I haven't really had time to make videos about the bus. Because I've been building the bus and we kicked it into high gear in those last few weeks. And so I'm going to kind of be catching up with these next few videos on some of the stuff we did and how we did it and why we did it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the ceiling, because that's the first thing you notice when you walk in. And so far, everyone who's seen us at gas stations and talked to us says, "Nice ceiling. I like your ceiling." So let's talk about the ceiling. So what we did was 4-inch tongue and groove cedar, and this is just kind of what they had at Home Depot. They had a 6-inch and a 4-inch, and I decided to do 4-inch because there's quite a bend on a bus ceiling. If you haven't been on a bus in a while, you can kind of see it down the way. And so what we did is I just got a center line and I kind of measured off the walls to get it sort of straight. But if you look down, it's not quite straight, but the cedar is really bendy, so it just kind of goes with the flow. And so we, in another video, I showed you guys how we ran some wood across the top with some 1x2s, and I just got some finished screws and shot them into the side of the wood so all the screw holes are hidden, and just started going. And once you got to the edge, it worked, but we just had to like wrestle it and wrangle it in there. I had like 3 or 4 guys at one point pushing and screwing. And we really needed to use screws. In a normal house, you'll use finish nails, but this has quite a bit of pressure on it, and the screws were necessary to hold it all in place. And so it just took a bunch of muscle and a bunch of work, and I started filling some of the holes that we made, but then I just decided to leave it because I didn't want to have to sand down all of the liquid, what's it called? Plastic wood. For the transition from ceiling to window sill, I just got another 4-inch piece of cedar, and I brought the ceiling down as far as I could, and then I just screwed this in to, I think I did a 1x2 on this side, and I screwed this in to kind of hide that seam all the way down. On this side over here, I used a 2x2, and I actually have all my wires hidden back here that go to the brake lights and the backup cam. And eventually we're gonna run like an LED light strip in here so it shines up real nice. But yeah, that way I have access to my wires, and I didn't really know how else to do it. So the ceiling kind of comes down into here, and then this piece screws into a 2x2 and just kind of covers it up. The hardest part about the ceiling was actually not the ceiling, it was the walls. And so getting this curved arch of the wall was super difficult. And what we ended up doing was just getting a bunch of cardboard and cutting it to fit, and then kind of taping it all together and then tracing it. And for the walls, what we used was a 5mm underlayment, or Luan some people call it. And just use short screws, screwed them in, and then fill them with like plastic wood. It's kind of the same idea as if you do drywall. You just fill it and then sand it and then paint it. And so for this transition in the top, it's not quite the prettiest, but I just used a layer of, or a little bead of caulk up at the top, and kind of filled in that crack that was left. And then up in the front, this one was even worse, so I used like a 2-inch little piece of trim and kind of just arched it all the way along to cover the hole between the wall and the ceiling. The biggest thing that people ask me about the ceiling after they say, "Whoa, it's so pretty, what is it?" I say, "It's cedar." They say, "Oh, how much did that cost?" And I always say, "I don't know." But I just did a little bit of calculations. It took me 4 trips to Home Depot, and I bought out all of the 4-inch 12-foot boards that they have. I went to 3 different Home Depots around Olympia and loaded it up. But I just counted, and it's 33 pieces all the way across, and the bus is about almost 40 feet long, And so I figured it took about 99 or like 100 boards, and they're about $8 each. And so that puts me about around 100 or 800 bucks, plus some of the miscuts. So I'm thinking around $1,000 is what the ceiling costs, which is a lot, but it's kind of what you look at the most. So I don't know. I feel like it's worth it for me, and I don't know how else you do it. I guess you could put some of the Luan stuff on the ceiling and kind of suck it up. But it's not super perfect. You can see around different areas where there's cracks and holes and stuff, and I was super worried about it when we were installing it, but once it's all in, you don't really notice it. You lose it in the texture and the different variation of the cedar, which I love. It's got lots of different colors and different knots and stuff. So, and then for this skylight right here, I just brought it straight here and then put another piece of trim right over these edges. All right, I think that's all for this video. I think these next couple videos are gonna be pretty short and sweet, to the point, and we'll do like a full walkthrough once I'm done with all these little shorties. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I appreciate all the support and the encouragement that we get through the interwebs. If you like it, you can like it, and if you want to see more, you can subscribe to our channel. We're gonna keep videos coming out, and we'll see you guys next time.